so
I think I might cry.
I don't know how I can ever make it up to you, but
Oh! It's a gorilla.
A lion turtle.
But always yields to purifying light.
Oh, oh, here it is. Oh, okay, this is kind of epic. Oh. All right, this is it. The final 2 episodes of Avatar. I got so much of what I wanted in the last 2 episodes. And I just feel like we're in the perfect place going into these last 2 episodes. I am so excited to see what happens, see all the epic moments that are about to happen. And above everything else, and I'm really glad this is the thing that's at the forefront of my mind right now, is like what's going to happen between Aang and Ozai. Almost everything else has been dealt with. We got Zuko and Iroh's reunion, which was fantastic. We've met up with a bunch of old characters. And when all is said and done, I really still hope we get to see a little bit of what the world looks like after all of this. What's happening with all the characters, like Zuko is going to be Fire Lord, Iroh is going to have his tea shop in Ba Sing Se. What's going to happen with everything else? That stuff I'm really excited to hopefully see. I talked a lot at the start of last video and in the discussion about where my head's at and my thoughts and about what I want to happen. A lot of that stuff has happened already and I'm incredibly satisfied with it, but I think these are going to be 2 of the best episodes of the show. I've just got a pretty good feeling about that. So before I start the last 2 episodes here, I just want to say a big thank you to the Avatar community. You guys have made this experience so much fun for me. Everyone who's watched, liked, commented, I appreciate all of it. And shout outs to my top 2 Patreon Avatar members. You guys know who you are. You've commented on every single video and it became a little bit of a routine for me. I appreciate you guys as well. And this won't be the end of Avatar. After I finish this, I am going to watch the 2010 live action movie, as a lot of people have suggested for me. I know it's not meant to be great, but the people want it, so I'm going to do it. And then of course I'll be doing The Legend of Korra, and then I'll do the new Avatar live action as well. So look forward to all of that, but without further ado, it's time for the Avatar finale. Enjoy the video. Part 3, Into the Inferno. That's gonna do it. Oh shit. It's kind of nuts. That, oh, look at the sky. That's so cool.
We can take Azula.
I'm not worried about her. I'm worried about Aang.
Oh, Zuko's come a long way, man. This is Azula. What, just enjoying herself? She'd be loving this, though.
Tell me why, on the most important day of my life, you've decided to leave a pit in my chariot.
You've decided to. I am so curious to see what happens to Azula at the end of all this.
Since it is a special day, I will show mercy. You are banished. Leave this palace immediately.
Like father, like daughter. Okay, here we go. Oh, shit. Yeah, we got a bit of a budget for this episode. Look at this stuff. Toph ain't hesitating. Oh, look at this. Oh, they really got some money for this episode. It's like a movie, man. I should have got some popcorn. Oh, that's kind of hard, man. Yeah, I'm feeling it, Ozai. I'm feeling it.
Do you know how long it took you to get here? In which time an assassin could have snuck in, done away with me, and been on his merry way. Is this how you plan to treat your new Fire Lord?
I'm so glad Zuko and Katara are just gonna get Azula out of here ASAP.
You're all banished.
But
She's not gonna have a Fire Nation to rule. She's gonna banish everyone. But she is a demon, man. We all know it. Any metal benders? Well, that works too. Oh, stop it! I need a separate tier on my character list for Toph and Momo. They're in a league of their own. I really hoped we'd see... Oh, look at her, she's like Spider-Man. I really hoped we'd see some more epic metal bending stuff. Like stuff like this. It's perfect. Good work, Toph. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Attention, crew. This is your captain speaking. Everyone, please report to the bomb bay immediately for hot cakes and sweet cream.
No shot this works.
Hey, I'm Quinn Lee. I work up in communications. Oh, hi. I work down in the engine room.
I appreciate that interaction. Goodbye. Bro, they could all just die out there. Sokka is really just a murderer. That's brilliant, though.
Fire Lord Ozai, here we come.
Damn, Sokka game face on. Who is this? I've never seen Azula like this before.
Why have you banished all your servants? All your Dai Li agents?
None of them could be trusted. Sooner or later, they all would have betrayed me.
Where did this Oh.
Me and Ty Lee.
Yeah, okay. The penny just dropped. The two people she trusted the most betrayed her. That's why she's doing all of this.
Perhaps it's best if you postpone your coronation.
Bye-bye.
Which one of you just said that?
Banished.
There's only one way to resolve this. You two must duel each other.
Agni Kai?
I order you to fight an Agni Kai.
Dude, she's almost like insufferable this episode. White Lotus?
Things say the Order of the White Lotus is here.
Only once every 100 years can a firebender experience this kind of power.
What you got, Iroh? Oh. Oh, yes, sir. He's just breathing, man. Look at this. Don't forget Jong Jong's there as well. This team up here. Cinema. Absolute cinema. They're no match. Oh, fantastic. Jong Jong. He's doing the Azula trick. Cinematically, this is like the best thing I've seen in this show. I'm talking like the camera work and the shots that I'm seeing. It's just fantastic. She looks awful. Look at her.
All right, Hare. It's time to face your doom.
What a shame. You always had such beautiful hair.
What are you doing here?
Okay, she's losing her mind.
I know what you really think of me. You think I'm a monster.
I think you're confused. You've used fear to control people, like your friends May and Ty Lee.
Well, what choice do I have? Trust is for fools. Fear is the only reliable way. Even you fear me.
No, I love you,
Oh,
Azula.
is there a turnaround here? I don't know if there is, man. But she is going through it, man. Maybe this is what she needed. May and Ty Lee to betray her and for her just to realize that it's not all about fear, man. We'll see. I'm open to it. Oh. That is insane. Look at that. Oh my god. Just one person. I know it's the Fire Lord, but look at just what one person can do. Oh, he's here! And Aang. Well, I've got chills. Good, good, good. We don't need the guys to catch up. Aang is here. This is it. This is it, man. This is the confrontation. Oh! Forget Aang's powered up as well. From the comet, right? The firebending at least. The first time they've seen each other, man. Look at this. That's a sick shot. He's gone straight for him, man. The ship just crashes. Oh, everything's on fire. Look at this dude. Game face on. Bro, this is like Goku and Vegeta, man. Look at this.
Generations of Fire Lords failed to find you.
Please listen to me. We don't have to fight. You have the power to end it here and stop what
Worth
you're
a try.
I do.
It's not gonna work, but worth a try.
I have all the power in the world.
Oh, man. Jesus, you hear the scream. Dude, the way he can move, though, like that is insane. Well, here we go. Oh, dear. It's like this.
That's a lot of fire, isn't it?
Can she just feel the heat? He's not. This is insane.
It's gonna be a rough ride.
I'll say.
Get to the top of this thing fast.
What are they gonna do? How do they get off this thing?
Then what?
Watch each other's backs, and if we make it that far, I'll let you know.
Bro, I'm actually so nervous. I know they're gonna be fine. But yeah, this is what I thought he was doing. Just running through them. Again, the budget, man. It looks great. Oh, shit.
I'm okay. Just finish the mission.
Yo?
Sokka, I think we've got
Who can help? Who can help? I have no idea. Suki's athletic as hell, though. Like,
by decree of Phoenix King Ozai,
Phoenix
I
King.
now crown you Fire Lord.
What are you waiting for? Do it.
it's time. Oh, perfect timing.
Sorry, but you're not going to become Fire Lord today.
He is.
I am.
You want to be Fire Lord? Fine.
Agni
Let's
Kai.
have this. The showdown that was always meant to be. Agni Kai.
Cinema.
You're on.
Oh, it's so good. But she's not in a good headspace right now. This will be easy.
So she's trying to separate us.
I know, but I can take her this time.
And there's so much symbolism here too.
There's something off about her. I can't
Yep,
explain
yep.
it, but she's slipping.
Yep.
And this way, no one else has to get hurt.
Oh, that's huge, man. That's huge.
Sorry it has to end this way, brother.
No, you're not.
Dude, she is cooked. But she can still, she's still a bender though. Oh, look at this. The way the music's changing as well, I'm with it. Oh man, look at this. So far, this fight is everything I wanted it to be. Like, look at the scale that we're fighting on here. This is just epic. Oh boy, that was clutch, but that's still tough. Yeah, we've still got all the elements though. Oh, lightning. I completely forgot about this. Oh, dude, look at this. We're gonna see Aang redirected as well at some point. Oh, he's struggling, man. I think he was shocked that Aang could do that. I don't know if he was afraid for his life, but that's what Aang saw. That's why he stopped. But this is no bueno. Nice catch. That was awesome. I keep waiting for him to click into the avatar state, but like I know something significant needs to happen, right? Before we can do that. This whole place is gonna burn down, man. Oh, look at this. This music over this fight is so good. Such a different tone. Like it's somber. Oh. Oh boy. This is so good. Oh, it's a classic Zuko move. That might have been one of my favorite scenes ever. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll show you lightning.
Oh, she might hurt herself, man. No! Oh, I knew he was gonna jump in front, man. I'm so sorry, I just touched my mouse. Shh. Yeah, he directed it.
Zuko!
But he is feeling damage. That had me locked in.
You're weak. Prepare to die.
This looks so, oh, I've just seen the episode title. Avatar Aang, that's the hardest thing I've ever heard. So far, Absolutely phenomenal. I'll save all of my thoughts about this for the end because we're going straight back into it. But man, Suki's in danger. Zuko and Katara might be in danger. Aang's on the back foot. We're about to get like some of the craziest turnarounds like in the world. This is about to be epic. Avatar, Aang, you know what time it is. Oh, this is going to be dope, man. This is going to be Aang's legacy right here. Let's go, Toph. Bro, where is Suki?
How sweet it is that you invented metal bending.
I'm saying soccer. Oh boy.
My leg! Hang on, Tom!
That is not a very comfortable position to be in. Oh, there's still humor in these moments, man. Come on. Yes, sir. Oh, damn, soccer?
Why? Space sword.
Is that it? No!
I don't think Boomerang is coming back, Tom. It looks like this is the end.
No! What? What? It's gotta be Suki, man. It's gotta be Suki.
Did Boomerang come back?
No. Suki did.
Yes, sir. Oh, I've got chills, man. Oh, there are tears forming in my eyes, and there's still so much time left. Aang must be cooking in there, man. Look at this guy. Dude, it's like a mini comet. Look at this. Oh! Oh! Holy shit. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back.
You're about to be...
I've got no words, man. Sit down, Ozai. Hey, that's Avatar Aang. Look at this dude. That is what. Okay, but what's gonna happen though? What's he gonna do? Oh, get all the elements in there. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. That is Avatar frickin' Aang. Symbolic. And that's all you needed to do, Iroh. Now you can go make some tea. It's just not even close now. Sozin's comet or nothing. Is Ozai running? Man. Dude, she has gone off the deep end, Azula. She might be insane, but she's still really good. This is everything Katara's ever learnt right now. Good, good, good.
There you are, filthy peasant.
Peasant? That's wild. She froze herself in there? Oh my god. That's wild. Azula can't breathe, man. That's all I'm saying. Okay, there we go. Is that enough? Dude, Katara's the realist. Heal this man. Heal this man now. Oh, he is a little bit cooked.
Thank you, Katara.
Okay.
I think I'm the one who should be thanking you.
Oh, this makes me really happy, these two. Dude, she is literally... She's gone. She's gone. It's actually really sad, man. She's been through a lot, man. But like, that's a lot. Yeah, Ozai is running, man. Dude, don't mess. This was the most confident man in the world an episode ago. 2 episodes ago. Now look at him. Really good contrast to Azula as well. Dude, I love that Aang's just keeping like this form with like all the elements around him. Such a sick image. I'm curious as to how much control he has. Like it seems like he's in control. Look at this. Cinema. Got him. What are we saying?
Fire Lord Ozai, you and your forefathers have devastated the balance of this world. And now you shall pay the ultimate price.
It's not just Aang talking here. I thought something would happen, man. Aang stepped in and said it's not right. He can't do it.
No, I'm not gonna end it like this.
I respect it.
Even with all the power in the world, you are still weak.
Oh. Okay. I've just realized. This is what the lion turtle did.
We bent not the elements, but the energy within ourselves.
This is so good. What is this, like life bending? Oh. Oh my gosh. Look at this. What does this mean? Oh, what is happening to my boy?
To bend another's energy, your own spirit must be unbendable, or you will be corrupted and destroyed.
Nice, nice. Oh, dude, it's so... Oh, the chills, man. That is absolutely fantastic. It's perfect.
What?
He's done.
What did you do to me?
I took away your firebending. You can't use it to hurt or threaten anyone else ever again.
Let's go. That's sick. Oh yeah, at will. He's gonna put everything out. Oh, shouts to all the writers of this show, man. It's just so good. The score in these last 2 episodes as well, fantastic. That's him. That's Avatar Aang and Momo. Now show me everything else.
You should have seen yourself. It was amazing. You were all like...
Classic Sokka.
Now that your firebending's gone, I guess we should call you the Loser Lord.
Sokka.
I am the Phoenix King.
No, you're not. You're nothing. Yeah, you're cooked, my guy.
I didn't mean to offend you, Phoenix King of getting his butt whooped. Or how about King of the guys who don't win?
Nice try,
Good
Suki.
nicknames to us, honey.
Honey? Now show me Iroh in his tea shop and I'm good. Oh, and this as well. Fire Lord Zuko.
May, you're okay. So does this mean you don't hate me anymore?
I think it means I actually kind of like you.
Now that's big. Oh, look at these two. I'm so glad Zuko gets an ending like this.
Dad! Dad!
Here we go, finally. Oh, nice.
I am the proudest.
Oh, it's everyone that was in prison, of course. My head's all over the place.
Your mother would be proud too.
There's my favorite warriors. I kind of missed the face paint.
That's facts. It's refreshing to see this.
It feels great.
Ty Lee?
Careful, Suki.
It's okay.
I love
She's
this.
one of us now. The girls and I really bonded
Oh, but
in
it's
prison.
Suki and Ty Lee.
Lessons, they said I could join their group. We're gonna be best friends forever.
This is great. That pleases me greatly.
I can't believe a year ago my purpose in life was hunting you down. And now
And now we're friends.
Yes.
Yeah, we are friends.
Oh.
We'll rebuild it together.
It's almost too much for you, boy, right now.
Please, the real hero is the Avatar. Today, this war is finally over.
Oh, all right, come on.
I promise my
I can do
uncle that
this.
I will restore the honor of the Fire Nation, and I will. The road ahead.
Perfect.
100 years of fighting has left the world scarred and divided.
Look at Zuko, man.
With the Avatar's help, we can get it back on the right path.
And such a contrast between Roku and Sozin as well. And here it is. Oh, and here it is. So symbolic, this as well.
Fire Lord Zuko.
Yes, sir. Oh. Now go and get your girl, Aang. Go and get your girl. Now, is it both of them? Oh, man, it was Iroh and now it's Ozai. This is where he needs to be, though.
Banishing me was the best thing you could have done for my life. It put me on the right path. Perhaps your time in here can do the same for you.
Why are you really here?
Because you're going to tell me something.
His mother.
Where is my mother?
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Oh, I can't handle it, man.
Zuko, stop moving! I'm trying to capture the moment. I wanted to do a painting, so we always remember the good times together.
Sokka was never the best artist.
Why did you give me Momo's ears?
Those are your
There's a hair loopies, man.
Oh, you think you can do a better job, Momo?
Well, I think you all look perfect.
Here she comes, man. Here she comes. Oh, you already know. Hey, not a word needs to be said. Absolute cinema. Now, there's not anything after this, is there? No, that's it. Listen, look, man. Shout outs to all the writers, the directors, the composers, everyone who had anything to do with Avatar. I've known for such a long time just how iconic this show is, how iconic the characters are. But actually having experienced it now the whole way through, you just can't imagine like what it's going to be like. And it was just truly fantastic, man. Like, that's really all I can say. I think it's kind of crazy how there are some open ends there. And I think some of it might get answered in Korra, but man, Zuko's mother, what happened to Azula? And I love when shows do that, though, because it always, leaves the opportunity to make more of the show later on. But that was absolutely perfect, man. I would not change a single thing about anything that happened. Aang and Zuko, man, what a journey it was. Zuko, I think, makes me the most emotional out of anything in this show, and I'm sure that holds true for a lot of people. Even if it's something I thought was going to happen throughout the whole show, Zuko turning around and becoming someone like this, I never could have imagined it to be this good, To see him and Aang hugging it out like as actual homies, being up there and saying that together they're gonna rebuild the world, into that era of freedom and peace. Dude, it hits so hard. I was gonna say you can't even imagine, but I'm sure you guys know better than anyone. Over these last 2 episodes, the way we went through the different fights that were going on, everyone was playing their part. The old masters from last video, they were out there, they were just doing their thing. They were just being epic. I appreciate it. It was sick. Sokka, Suki, and Toph, iconic team up. I really love it. Toph's insane metal bending. That is literally the only thing I needed from Toph. It was fantastic. Sokka and Suki, man, they really got me a little bit. There were times where I thought Sokka, Toph, and Suki, all of them were gonna die at one point. Even Katara, even Zuko, like, you know it's not gonna happen, but like, I was so in those moments that I was like, damn, something really bad could happen here. Now, I didn't quite get exactly what I wanted with like Sokka and Suki, like, you know, down on the front lines, like fighting, you know, with their sword and their fan together, like I really wanted. That was the image I had in my head. But this was fantastic, man. We're on these airships and Sokka's doing his thing, coming up with the epic plans. Suki had her epic moment as well. I thought she was gone, but we know she's incredibly capable. And she came back in the clutch, you know, and Sokka's holding on to Toph for dear life. That was stressful. But he lost his sword, man, and that made me kind of sad. And that's also making me think, did he lose his boomerang as well? Like, it didn't come back. But now Suki came back, you know, I really love that. That was great. Really happy with all three of those characters. Katara, Zuko, and Azula. Look, man, Azula, she was a fantastic character all the way up until she wasn't at the end. Like, that was insane. But there's some really significant messages in Azula's character, right? She just absolutely went off the deep end. Like, she was never really a good person. Like, even in her youth, in the flashbacks we saw, she was just always like this. And a large part of that is because Ozai wants her to be this way and allows her to be this way, you know? But she lost the plot. It probably took me a little bit longer to click onto the fact that she was acting this way because Mei and Ty Lee, you know, betrayed her. But she was banishing everyone. She just lost trust in everyone. The two people that she probably felt the closest to, you know, turned their backs on her, as they should have done. And that was it. Like, she was slipping for a while, and Zuko could tell as well when he rocked up. But man, she was just not even a shell of herself. Like, I don't even know who she was. She was such a good antagonist. She was a really good character. The beach episode really did a lot of good for her as well. I reckon a lot of people looked at Azula differently after the beach episode, but after this, man, that is how I'm gonna remember Azula whenever I rewatch the show. Like, I'm sorry, but she had gone off the deep end, you know. She lost trust in everything. All she believed in was that fear is the only thing. She even saw Ursa, like her mother, and that couldn't even bring her back, you know. The way she's laughing like maniacally and everything, like the Agni Kai, like that was really sick. But she like broke the Agni Kai, right, by like attacking Katara. Not that that really means anything, but I think one-on-one, you know, Zuko was gonna win that. And I love I said this during the episode, the way the music was going back and forth between Aang and Ozai's fight. It was like really epic. It was upbeat. It was stressful. You go back to Zuko and Azula, and I think I said in the moment it was somber. It was almost making me sad a little bit just because of the decline of Azula's character. But there was such a different tone about it. It was great. Like, the sound effects were minimal. There was just the music. It was just something to appreciate for Zuko and to also like acknowledge like what's going on with Azula. And then for Zuko to jump in front and save Katara in that moment, like that was so awesome. And for Katara to be the one to eventually defeat Azula, like that makes me so happy as well. Like, we got a glimpse of them fighting at the end of season 2. But that was a crazy move that Katara pulled, like freezing them both, and she was millimeters away from getting blasted by Azula. And then she's chained up Azula, and who knows what's happened to her after that. I wonder if we get some sort of conclusion in Korra, or maybe if we don't, maybe you guys know and you guys can let me know about that. But that's something I'm really interested in. And then Katara heals Zuko. I was really stressed. I was thinking about Jet. I was thinking about when Katara had to heal Aang after, you know, Azula blasted. I was thinking about all sorts of things, but that was a really nice moment. You know, Katara and Zuko have come a long way as well, this season especially. And Iroh's role was actually quite minimal in this finale, but he's done enough. Like, it's not like he had to do anything more. He had that epic moment at the beginning where he's just breathing and the firebending is happening. He never had a confrontation with Ozai, which I would have loved to see, like, as brothers, but he got what he wanted. You know, he took Ba Sing Se back. He's got his tea shop now, and he just gets to live the life that everyone has wanted for Iroh, you know? Gets to make some tea. He's got his nephew, who's the new Fire Lord. Don't even get me started on that. And we're just big chilling. Like, and seeing that last scene, like Iroh being there with everyone at the end, that just like, it just hits, man. It's so good. And Aang and Ozai, before we talk about, you know, all the stuff that wrapped up in the end, man, it was just cinema. It was just absolutely phenomenal. Like the entire fight was epic. And the way, like, it shifts, right? It's just Ozai on the attack constantly. Like, he's the guy. Like, in the moment, he's the main character. He feels like he's the guy. Like, he's just full of confidence. No one can stop him. We know that Aang's not going to have a chance unless he unlocks the Avatar state, and it happens like accidentally. But it really looked like Aang didn't know what to do. He was being his usual passive self, you know? He was fighting to defend himself, but he wasn't being aggressive. And it wasn't until, you know, he banged up against that rock and it hit the same spot that Azula struck him with the lightning. And it's like that reopened his chakra point, and then the epic thing happened, you know, the animation, and then boom, he's out there. And I was saying in the moment, I didn't know how much control he was going to have. Because I remember Guru Pathik said when he opens all of the chakra points, he can go in and out at will and he can control it. But he was looking pretty menacing, man. Like Avatar Aang, like he had all the elements around him, and then Ozai was running, man. Ozai had no chance. I remember the words, like, even a fully realized Avatar was going to find this difficult. I think that's what they said, like a really strong firebender with the comet here. But for Aang, it just wasn't a problem, man. And when he did speak, you could hear all the other avatars. And to me, that was kind of symbolic of this is the Avatar's world, right? This is what all the other avatars would have done in the past. But right before they deal the killing blow, that's when Aang himself steps in and goes, no, this isn't right. Like, I'm not going to do it. He shows mercy, forgiveness. Well, not forgiveness, that's a strong word, but he sticks to his values, you know? Like, killing Ozai here, to him, is wrong. And then here's where the lion turtle comes in. Like, he showed him how to bend energy, like another person's energy. And the way that whole thing happened, the way everything happened, like the way the whole episode looked was fantastic. The camera work, the animation, all of it was great. But the way this happened was just insane. Like, Aang does this epic earthbending stuff to kind of keep Ozai in place, and then, you know, he touches Ozai the same way the lion turtle touched him, and that's when you know. And I'm gonna go back and look at exactly what he was saying, because it was so specific. Like, Aang's spirit needs to be unbendable in this moment, otherwise, you know, it's GG, it's like game over. And the blue and the red like contrasting, and Ozai's red is like taking over Aang right up into that last point. And this is what I thought was gonna happen, but man, I didn't know for sure. And then all of a sudden, bang. It was just epic, like the massive light show. And he takes Ozai's firebending away. Like, you could do that? Like, is Aang like the first person to ever do this? I know the lion turtle said like in the ages before all of this, like they used to bend energy, like not the elements like this. But when was the last time this was done? And like, can Aang teach this to other people, like the next avatar, like who I imagine is Korra, right? But that was incredible. Like, this finale, the top one episode of the show for me. It's just exactly the stuff that I'm here for. Like, it was just absolutely fantastic. There have been some great episodes throughout the show, but these final 2 episodes, they sit up there. The chapter 19, that's right up there as well, just because almost just because of Zuko and Iroh, man. But like, that's Aang's character arc, like coming completely full circle. Like this was his full circle moment. So much of the middle part of the show for me is about Zuko's character arc, right? Like, that was the juiciest stuff for me. And like I said at the end of chapter 19, I felt like that. I felt good about that because he's apologized to Iroh. They're all good. Obviously, all this Fire Lord stuff is still to come with Zuko, but I was ready to devote all of my attention to Aang's character arc here, and I'm glad that's what I felt like the show allowed me to do, and I loved it. That's a top anime fight like ever for me. Like, that sits right up there. And I might have missed a few little things here and there, but I'm so ready to talk about this conclusion now because it was just so cool. First of all, shout outs to Momo for coming back. He's the GOAT. Zuko and Mei, man, look, it's perfect. Like, they're meant for each other. It's quite clear. But for Mei to say like, oh, I don't hate you, like I almost like you a little bit, like they said to each other earlier on, like, I don't hate you. Like, that was their way of saying, you know, I like you. But that's a pretty significant statement, and I'm here for it. Like, Zuko getting his happy ending, man, that like got me so choked up. Zuko gets his girl. He's the Fire Lord. He's got his uncle. Like, he just gets everything that he really deserved, that we would have wanted for him. It's getting me emotional again right now, but like, it's just, dude, Zuko, one of the best, if not the best character arc I've had the pleasure of witnessing. And Katara and Sokka finally meet up with Hakoda again. I did talk about at the beginning of my sit down to watch all these episodes how I thought we might see like some big family fighting together. But it's funny how the whole family was split up for pretty much all of this, even Katara and Sokka. But they did get to reunite, and when Hakoda said, look, their mother would be proud, that's another moment that hits, man, especially for Katara. Ty Lee as a Kyoshi warrior, like I was thinking the whole episode that maybe May and Ty Lee would rock up to where Azula was, and that would be like a pretty significant interaction. But this is just perfect. It's hilarious that Ty Lee is now like working with Suki because, you know, Ty Lee had a tiny little bit of a thing for Sokka as well. But this is perfect. Like this is where Ty Lee belongs. Like I'm so happy about that. I really don't know if I can talk much about like the ceremony at the end because it just hits, man. The Aang and Zuko interaction before that, you know, Zuko like acknowledging that like a year ago his purpose was to hunt Aang and now they're homies, and they really are homies, man. Like these two, and I said in the moment, you know, the contrast between like Aang and Zuko just working together here as Avatar and Fire Lord compared to Roku and Sozin, truly a full circle moment, like spanning over 100 years. And Zuko getting crowned the Fire Lord, you know, with that very symbolic piece is just, it's so satisfying, man. Like, oh, it just looks so right. Like he just looks like he's meant to be there, man. And I love the contrast of, you know, Zuko went to visit Iroh, you know, in the same prison that Ozai's now in, and Ozai's just a mess. Like he can't even firebend. I was thinking like, obviously him and Azula belong in jail, but I'm like, man, powerful benders like them, we saw Iroh bust out, but he can't bend anymore. Perfect. But that's gonna linger with me, man. That open-ended, like, Zuko, where's my mother? Like, oh my gosh, man. That's like the only real missing piece for me. God, I hope we get something about that, like in Korra, or maybe there's like some spin-off I can watch or read. I don't know. And that final scene, man, that they're all just chilling and Sokka's painting them, man. And look, I was thinking like the only time we've seen Sokka try to paint something was when he was training to be a swordsman, and that didn't come out well. Also, the Appa missing poster, this didn't come out that much better, but it's pretty sweet though. He's trying to capture this moment, like, and then we're looking like through Aang's eyes, looking at all the homies. Oh, it's hitting me again. And I love the final interaction of the entire show. Not a single word was said, man. Like, it's just Aang and Katara. They really throw that little bit of doubt in your mind about what's going to happen with these two in chapter 17. But this was, they didn't say a word, man. And it was so satisfying. It's like, this is another one of those things that has been, I don't even know what episode this is, 60 plus episodes in the making, you know? And it's just satisfying. It's just good to see. It's really nice to see things, no matter how much of an eventuality you think you are, no matter how obvious you think they are, if they're going to happen or not, it's still really nice to see them happen, you know? And then that's it. That's it for Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't think I missed anything. I really tried to go through everything there, but man, it does not get as raw as this right now. This was the show that I've wanted to watch more than anything, and I really don't have a reason as to why it really took me this long. I think it's probably because I knew it was good. I knew how good it was, how iconic it was, and I wanted to make sure I remembered my first time watching it, you know? And this is the perfect way for me to do that, I think, because I get to talk about it, I get to make videos, you know, when I edit, I get to see the episode again, I get to interact with people in the comments about it, you know, on Patreon, everything like that, and it's just been fantastic. It's been an absolute ride. I'm so glad I got to do it like this and share it with all of you guys. But it doesn't stop here. I am going to do the 2010 live action movie, which I think is going to be pretty interesting because I'm going into it expecting it to be awful. So we'll really see. We could have some fun with that. Maybe I'll just really critique it. We'll see. And then of course, The Legend of Korra. I know a tiny little bit about Korra. I just know that Korra is the next Avatar. This happens like, you know, X amount of years after this. And it's quite a different show, I've heard. It has a few different tones about it than The Last Airbender does. But this was just beautiful. And then, of course, the new live action as well. Now, I know a lot of people, compared to this, a lot of people are saying, you know, it's not that great. I've seen literally 10 seconds of it. I walked out when my housemate was watching it and it looked epic. Some of the casting choices looked really good. And what I was seeing on the screen was really, really good. So I think maybe if I zoom out a little bit and just appreciate it for what it is, it could be something up my alley. I don't know. We'll see. I'm really excited about it. But that's a while away because we still have Korra to get through, which I'm really excited about. And that's going to come up ASAP as well. Hopefully I can do the entire show with uncut reactions on Patreon as well. And it's funny, it took me until about 10 minutes into the first episode of these 4 to remember that these were all going to be uncut as well. So thankfully I didn't pause or do anything silly because sometimes, you know, sometimes things happen. But I think that's actually it now. Please get down in the comments, leave your thoughts about the show, about the last few episodes, anything that I missed. I'm gonna get in there and read everything and interact with you guys one last time in this specific series. It's really been an absolute treat. And I mentioned a few times throughout these last few episodes, I was going to do like a character tier list. I want to do like a top 10 moments as well, a top 10 episodes. I'll probably combine all of that like into one video. If there's anything else you guys want to see or for me to put in a video like that, please let me know and I'll do my best. And the last thing I need to shout out is the Avatar score, like the music in the entire show. I know there are like live orchestras like you can go and watch, like listen to, that like have all the Avatar music. Like it's that good, but these last 4 episodes, I definitely noticed it the most. Like it is picked up. Like the whole production level went up so much, man. So shout outs to that. Music is something I really appreciate and it's a big part of my life. But often in shows like this, it's something that like I don't hear because I'm so focused on what's happening on the screen and I'm thinking about plot and character stuff. So the music is sometimes something I hear last, but it was definitely very prominent for me in these last few episodes. But I think with all of that, I'm finally going to leave this one here. This is probably going to be one of my longest videos to date, but look, it is what it is, man. It's a very special episode. So for the last time in an Avatar, The Last Airbender video, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. You know I always appreciate it. And we'll see you all in the next series, The Legend of Korra.